Now, there was another topic we talked about the other night, as far as you heard on the news. Uh, uh, do you want to talk about that?
Which one was that?
It was a solar related,
Oh, you
which,
know,
which was a very creative. And what I'm doing is I'm trying to not give away trade secrets.
oh no, that's okay. That's okay. Well, let's go ahead and do it. I mean,
Because I don't think this is a trade secret. It's just common sense.
here's the trade secret: be obsessive. Be obsessive. You drive your wife or your husband or your girlfriend or boyfriend crazy at times. Make sure you keep your balance. But you always need to be on the lookout for something new. We were watching the news the other day, my girlfriend and I, and there was a report from CES.
That's it. Yeah.
And CES is the big consumer electronics show in Vegas, and apparently the big hot topic was this new solar-powered Bluetooth headset that had been developed. Which you now put in there, and then it charges in the sun, and you never have to worry about it. Well, when I heard that, I literally left the room, and I ran to my computer, and it was available. And I got it in singular, I got it in plural, I got solar powered, I got solar power, I got, 12, 14 different variations of that. And for me, you can't even buy them yet. It's a little bit premature, but already there's search volume on them. And whenever, I don't want to break up any marriages here,
Yeah.
but, if you're really into it, you have an iPhone or some little portable thing that you can check your domains with. And whenever you're reading the newspaper or reading a magazine or reading I'll tell you about another one. I was reading a Forbes magazine about a brand new drug called a BRAF blocker, BRAF-BLOCK. I can't even remember what it does. Mm-hmm. And sure enough, there's some search volume on it, and it was not taken. And so I have no idea what it is, but it was not a trademark phrase, and I grabbed it. I found out about biodegradable gum a few months ago.
That's a good
when they
one.
just invented biodegradable gum, and I own biodegradablegum.com.
Which is one that I could see you selling for a lot of money.
Right, exactly. It gets maybe a visitor every week. Okay?
But some big company, because what's happening here, folks, is that Madison Avenue is just starting to realize the value of having your brand as a domain name. And so when this company, whatever company that is, wants to establish itself as the biodegradable gum, they're going to want that domain name, and they have the capital to acquire that domain name.
Yes, and there's a very important thing I want to stress here, and that is that hundreds of companies can make biodegradable gum, but only one of them can be biodegradablegum.com. There can only be one of them,
Right.
And there's many variations. I didn't stop there. What happens is when you start and you like get this primary keyword or this primary keyword set, you start to look at all the other variations. And the reason we do this, by the way, is because we were talking about, I think it was luxury hotels, or me and one of the guys from the seminar, luxury cars, I can't remember, something that probably Frank Schilling or one of the big domainers owns.
Yeah.
Well, it probably makes $30,000 or $40,000 a year, and they're never, ever, 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 ever going to sell it. I mean, they would never. They might sell it for $20 million to Ferrari, but they would never sell a revenue stream like that. And so a great deal of these past domains, these common phrases, these descriptor phrases, as we've talked about them, have already been taken. And your opportunities are to either try to find them in the secondary market, which is great, try to pick them up on drops, which you should be doing, but there's a lot of competition there. The next thing is to really try to identify the newer trends.
And also, one thing I learned from a woman, this is interesting too, and I hope to interview her, she's a little bit bashful. She picked up, not too long ago, frequentmigraines.com, and just sold it. She got approached by a company that has this treatment for frequent migraines, and she sold it for 5 figures. And I don't want to disclose more than that because I know that she values her privacy. But she just acquired that name within the last 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fresh name. So the point being is that this industry is still in its infancy, and new opportunities are being created every day. And it's exciting. I mean, if you should, everyone who sees this should come to a domainer conference. You owe it to yourself. We've talked about this every day since we've been here, how different this is from any other conference that we've ever been to, because
Right.
it's a community. People aren't here to compete against you. They're here to try to help everybody become better as domainers. So
Well, nobody's, you know what? It's unlike the Pitch Fest that so many seminars are.
nobody's selling. Yeah.
Nobody sells anything, you know. Well,
Yeah.
first of all, I mean, there's probably the greatest percentage of attendees who make $1 million or more a year
There
at
you go,
any
yeah.
seminar.
Right.
I mean, these guys are super sharp, and you know, my joke is that it starts at noon, and the first activity is lunch.
Yeah.
And,
But
you
you
know,
get
and
to
then the meet and greet is with the Playboy bunnies. I mean, it's really a different dynamic.
And they feed you a nice lunch. They pay for it. They give you free cocktails with the Playboy bunnies.
But they don't do it to get you drunk. They
No.
do it to create this amazing facilitation.
Social.
And pretty much, I mean, like any conference, you know, if you're a gregarious, outgoing person, you can pretty much walk up to any group and start talking to them. But these people are some of the most, not only approachable, but for their level of success, they're so incredibly approachable. Because, I mean, there's a guy, we won't say his name, the Aussie with all the
Yeah.
with all the domains. You know, he comes here, and I mean, this guy doesn't need to come to Domain Fest. He's got a portfolio. Or there's another guy with 59,000 names I was talking to the other day, and he doesn't need to come here. He never sells his name.
Right.
He runs his own parking system. And I'm like, why are you guys here? He said, we're just here to network and to have fun and to hang out.
To hang out, yeah. So, let's wrap this up, but also I wanted to share with everybody the fact that you are going to be involved in the domain name industry and the education part of it. You were talking about perhaps setting up a blog.
Yeah, I've been strangely silent for the last few years. You know, changing things, business models. We moved to Hawaii. I decided it was time to really take up surfing. Thank you. And on the water, not on the computer. And you know, I really, honestly I've always been excited about it, but in the last year and a half, year or so, the tools and the networking and the energy in this field is so spectacular. And you know, I just want to say, a lot of people think that, you know, God, the good names are all gone, all the opportunities are gone. No, because, I mean, back when, you know, if you wanted luxury hotels 7 years ago or 6 years ago, there was no, you know, keyword discovery or the Google, the tools that we have now to like parse things and, you know, taste things and test things and try things and track things are just spectacular. So yeah, the prices are a bit higher, but they're also, you know, based on a reality of traffic. And I see this business getting only bigger and better, and you know, it's something that I want to be part of.
So if you want to keep apprised of what Jonathan is up to, go to the domainsintodollars.com/blog. And as soon as he decides if he's going to do something, I'll tell you about it, and then you can go check it out and get involved with him. And he's a sharp guy. You've been involved with some pretty large companies in your career and have taken them to new levels of success. And I'm excited that you're involved in this domaining business. So thanks for taking the time. Is there anything else you want to share?
No, you know, keep regging.